just right now.
Just right now. I literally just hit.
Just missed my.
Well, may I first say, happy birthday, Brian!
Yeah, happy birthday,
Hey!
Brian. You can also
I just
say
got
happy
an
birthday
event
closer to the
in an
microphone.
hour. I just got an event in an hour. It's I should. Okay,
I got him.
take two. Happy birthday, Brian! Yay! I just got an event on my
That
phone
sounds great.
for today called Not a Surprise Birthday Bash. So I am looking forward to it.
Well, it was a surprise. And then,
Fuck yourself.
somebody posted
ruined
about
it.
Stofers.
So fuck yourself.
Dan ruined it. In all reality, if none of this ever happened, the surprise would have been ruined anyway.
Feelings were hurt.
All because of Megan Korb. She texted me asking, "So you're having a party on the 12th?" And I was like, "I'm going to play it up," even though I just found out about it like yesterday.
Should have been like, yeah, we're having a party at
was
Joe
just like-
Biden's winter home.
We talked about that on here. So
Oh, perfect. So that's a callback for
yeah,
you.
that's
Yes,
a
we did.
we could totally.
Oh, who's joining us, by the way? This random
Oh
voice.
yeah. By the way, Spencer's here. Spencer, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, guys. Feels good to be here. I've been trying to get on for a while now, but
Your
I got
usual
such a busy schedule.
Your usual gang,
Glad I could
myself,
pencil
Bob,
you
and
in.
Steve are here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the usual gang.
Yeah, Brick's here. Honestly, thanks for having me, guys. I've been waiting to do one of these for a while.
No problem.
And
Spencer, you're
Jesus.
we just literally just dumped all the beer on the
God
ground.
damn, man. I'll fix it.
You just literally dumped beer all over my intro. Thanks, man.
Fuck
you too.
I'll get a wet nap.
Should we pause the podcast? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking down and it looks like
Let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it.
literally Lake Erie of beer at my feet. Lake Beery.
Oh, you know that part of the podcast that
You know, I
plays
thought-
over the
I
music
thought-
intro for a little bit? That's what this is going to be right
thick
here.
thighs save lives, but apparently they also spill beer because I shoved my beer in my thigh.
You're not
I mean,
thick.
If you want to fix this in post,
So-
just throw like Spanish
Ouch.
flea over right now. It's like we'll be right back, folks. We're experiencing some technical
No,
difficulties.
let's keep. I'm still here.
Let's keep it going. Come on.
Keep it going. So how's everyone's day going?
So we're here in Brian's basement
Don't mind
for
me.
a not surprise
already,
party.
already spilled.
Don't mind me.
I really want to tell the saga of the Stofers.
Go for it.
No, long story short, Dan said it was like, oh, it was a joke. I'm like, Dan, that wasn't even that funny. Like it was just rude more than anything else. And then he said that, and then Steve took it with the making memes about Stouffer's
Yeah, so
lasagna.
long story short, surprise party for Brian set up by his awesome fiance Corinne. She lists like, hey guys, we're gonna have food and
She's
drinks.
also known as the live studio attendee.
Yes, so one of the things she's like, we'll have Stouffer's is one of the foods. So our friend Dan was like, you're really gonna serve Stouffer's instead of real lasagna, which set off a total shitstorm.
Which in all reality, it's pretty good lasagna.
Stouffer's lasagna is good.
It's not bad.
You can't beat perfection.
It's very passable. So and then
I
to
want
make
real lasagna. I
make
said the
li-
real one. Perfection.
to make light of the situation, I turned the
Also,
surprise
you're
party
welcome for
group.
having a spotless bar now.
Surprise party group turned into Stouffer's shit posting.
Speaking
And
of shit posting,
that
it's
hurt.
everyone's favorite, Glenn.
Welcome to Shootin the Shibby. Also, welcome to Shootin the Shibby.
Yeah,
we never
apparently-
actually opened the show.
Oh
I
boy,
said,
I said
I'm
shooting
here.
the shibby. I said that already.
Oh, did
Look,
you?
guys.
Oh, well, shit.
that was before I spilled the beer.
It's a camera
Ah,
operator
yes.
of the NBA.
He can operate the camera for our podcast too, which we don't have. Go ahead.
We all got faces for radio, right, guys?
Original
Every joke ever when
I've
somebody
heard
says,
that joke
I work
a
in
million
radio.
times.
Oh, you got a face for it.
Or every tour guide, same joke at every communications college.
It's basically saying, hey, guess what? You're ugly as fuck.
I
That's
think
up there.
you're gross.
That's up there with the jokes where like it doesn't ring up and the customer is just like, well, I guess it's free, and I'm just like, I just want to shoot them in the face. I just want shotgun. Yeah, exactly. You give him the employee chuckle.
Give me the old 1-2.
No, apparently beating customers is frowned upon.
Yeah, and usually the person that makes that joke has
See, in
the
the
I'd like to speak to your
libertarian
manager
society,
haircut.
we're allowed to do that sort of stuff, but
Hey,
not in this
man.
goddamn capitalist.
See, Steve, you would like it. I'm known as like the libertarian on here, so like
Hey.
whenever libertarian
This
views
is why-
comes up,
this is why-
no, the best is when someone's
Legalize
like,
meth.
I don't know why the government, and I'm like, go on.
as he rubs himself.
So I won't be the only a-hole on this podcast.
no,
That's what
Steve,
you're saying.
we're
Our
right at home with
podcast,
me.
I think our description is just three assholes doing asshole things or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
so-
that's for
because because Matt was like, give me a bio, and I was like, I don't know, 3 assholes doing asshole things.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, by the way, at
Shibby Shack
Official.
Shibby Shack.
Shameless
I
plug.
want it to be
Shootin'
real
Shibby
underscore
Shack.
Shibby Shack, so it could be just like Trump.
The real
I fucking
Shibby
love
Shack.
that the leader of this nation can't even just have at Donald Trump.
At real
he has
Shibby
to be
Shack.
at real underscore Donald Trump. You can't get the
best
actual
Donald
name.
Trump. The greatest Donald Trump. It was the best of Trumps. It was the worst of Trumps.
So I think that's fucking hilarious.
So, Brian, did you enjoy your surprise birthday in Princeton? We surprised Brian by going to Princeton, enjoying some wings, Mother's Day shopping for my mom.
Spencer ruined it before we went by saying, "You ready to go to print?"
Well,
And I was just like, "What was that?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Did you just ruin it? What?" He's like, and
ruiners say what? No, the party's called Not a Surprise Party, so I thought I was just going along with the theme.
There still were some surprises left. You
No,
didn't
there
ruin them
weren't.
all.
Well, yes, I did.
Well, you did.
Except the
Congratulations.
surprise, we found a beautiful. Shit,
Boo-boo.
Justin's here. Well, that's the end.
Hey.
That's the end of the
This
podcast.
is
And
actually
Jess is
great.
here.
While we're shooting the
Everybody.
podcast,
Oh,
everybody's showing up to this
goody.
Not a Surprise Party.
Thanks,
I
man.
farted. I farted. Thanks for noticing.
For a second, I thought you said when it smells fresh and clean. I was like, well, he did just spill a beer, so.
I did, and I cleaned it with disinfectant wipes. The finest cleaning. So I guess we're just gonna have a group podcast.
It's St. Patrick's Day all over again.
Hey,
Oh,
St.
God.
Patrick's Day was fun, except Diana's
We'll find
not-
out afterwards
Yeah,
if we're going to keep the episode.
Yeah, we'll find out whether or not this actually sees the light of day.
Oh, we didn't keep the St. Patty's Day one?
No, we did.
We did.
We
I
did.
think we cut out some parts, though, because it sounded like shit.
There were bits and pieces, but not a whole lot.
I want to hear more stories about Diana's shenanigans, per se.
She's not
She
gonna
made
do
out
it,
with the the bassist from Smash Mouth.
Nah, she smashed mouths with bassist. Did we make that joke in that
Smashing.
episode?
Well, that was the name of the
I think it was
episode.
the name of the episode.
Smashing
Oh.
with Smash Mouth.
One day I'll think of an original joke. One
Hey,
day.
girl, let me smash mouth.
I mean, I think that would sound
Well, no, it's kind of. Actually, my one friend posted because you know how not Wiz Khalifa, DJ Khaled got called out for not eating out.
Well, he posted about it. He
Right,
was like,
DJ
yeah,
Khaled.
I don't do that.
Another one, yeah. So whoever runs Smash Mouth's Twitter called him out for it. My one friend's like, "Oh, that's what Smash Mouth means."
that was like when you realized what take off your pants and jacket means.
I thought that just means take my clothing off.
Oh, it's a masturbation joke.
Did you just get that now?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I did
Because he
with the
just
joke.
this one time I went to Japan, and so I'm sure you know the song "I'm Turning Japanese." Yes, I'm turning Japanese.
I really think so.
I really think so. Well, do you know what that song is about?
Well, considering that it's like
Japanese.
I want to take your picture, or like I want to see inside. Like, no,
It's about masturbating.
I figured as much.
It's about
Take
get
your
it. I'm turning Japanese as in I'm about to finish, so I'm getting all squinty eyed. Like,
oh,
they kind of did a racism. Like that would never. It couldn't in 2010's time. That would never fly.
that's fucking brilliant.
Right. Well, the best part was I went on this trip to Japan in high school, and for a week, it was like a 2.5 week trip, and for a week, like we would sing it on the bus. Apparently, nobody knew but me. And a week into it, I was like, "You guys know what that's about, right?" And then they all got mad at me because they were singing about masturbating on the bus.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Wow. That was a good time. Japan's cool. I highly recommend.
Honestly, that just blew my mind. I had like a the more you know moment.
The
Da-da-da.
more you know.
The only thing I gotta say is I'm a little squeamish when it comes to like seafood and stuff, and they have a lot of seafood there. So
Would you like the seafood
diet?
Herb. Well, we went to a cafeteria, and the way it worked was they kind of, I guess they like made the dishes and then put resin coating over it so it held the shape of the dish and whatnot. And so you would choose what you want, but all the captions of what the dishes were in Japanese. So you would walk over to this machine, press a button for the ticket, and then walk over to the chef to cook your food. I just kind of walked over to the machine, closed my eyes, and pressed a button, hoping for the best because I had no idea what I was looking at. Walked over to the chef. I did luck out. It was delicious soup. It had some floaters, but I learned not to ask. So I just consumed the soup, and it was quite good.
Inhale my dong.
Enragement child.
I also had the best stereotypical American dinner ever there. Like it was like I forgot what the restaurant was, but I remember I was 18. I'm 28 now, so it's been a while. But it was like
10 years.
American food. Yeah, for me.
Do they have America Town over there? Serious question here.
Well, we don't have Japantown, so
Chinatown.
Maybe we should. Maybe it's time.
Go to
God,
Actually, I'm
Japantown
pretty
and
sure
Chinatown
doesn't
aren't the
Japan
same.
have a Chinatown?
Probably.
I think they do.
I wonder if China has a Chinatown.
No, they
Yeah,
have.
it's just called
they have
town.
It's called China.
China. But
you either go there. It's called Rest of World Town.
but like the dinner was just like these like weird versions of hot dogs and like a slice of pizza and French fries. None of it tasted like what we had here. So maybe that's like the version of Chinese food. Oh, no, that's Japan. Damn it! I did it again. I did it too.
We just did another racism.
Ah, shit. Well, whatever.
Well, it's also because, especially for pizza, like it's based upon like where you get the water from. So I'm sure their waters aren't probably great because if you eat their pizza, you might grow like a third arm.
Was it like
why?
irradiated water?
Well, you know, we kind of dropped.
I had to slice a pizza. Now I have 7 toes.
Well, I mean, we kind of dropped a bomb on them.
Japan is
sure the
bomb.
radiation's
Yeah.
still there.
About that.
No, that's everything is fine. We got Pokemon. It's all good now. We're all friends.
That's it. We dropped it. We got Pokemon Red and Blue.
Oh, I saw
You
the
win
worst.
some, you lose
Maybe
some.
that's where the idea of Pokemon came from, is the animals from the...
For those who get offended, close your ears for like 5 seconds.
That's
But
what the book 1,000 Paper
I
Cranes
saw
is about.
I saw a bumper sticker. It was like a crappy. It looked like it was made in like with word art, and it was like in Comic Sans. It says "Anime sucks. Third bomb is the charm." Oh, and I was just like,
Yikes.
Like that's brave of the guy to rock down a car, but
That's brave of him to just publicly say anime sucks. Anime's great.
Right. Anime is best me. I love anime.
Waifu me.
Waifu
And
me.
who?
My body pillow loves me too.
So kawaii.
So kawaii.
Kawaii Hawaii.
So Brian, what records did you get for your birthday?
That's right, we went to Princeton Record Exchange.
We
I actually
Shameless plug.
didn't buy any.
Well,
I only bought a record player.
you suck.
Yeah, you bought a record, and it took us 23 minutes to set up a record player.
Yeah,
We
you can watch.
videoed it.
We could maybe put that up on the Facebook page. All
could put-
23 minutes of
Somehow this damn thing got 4.5 stars, and meanwhile we're just like fumbling around like fucking morons.
I didn't realize that record players were belt driven like that. I would have thought it was gear driven. Although at the same time, I guess gears would be noisier,
Yes.
so that's why it's a little rubber belt. Interesting. I just
it.
answered
So
my own
what
question.
you're saying is you never heard about the Gear Wars?
Is there
How
another
familiar with
joke
the
to
Gear
this?
Wars are you
I
exactly?
know the Gears of Wars.
Oh boy, I envy you.
Why? What's the Gear Wars?
Rick and Morty
This
reference.
is a Rick and Morty.
Oh,
70
yeah.
more episodes, baby.
I don't.
70
Yeah,
more
they just
episodes.
announced it.
I don't
Yes,
watch
that is true.
cancer.
Oh,
Ooh, ooh, calling you
hot
out.
take.
Calling out all the Rick and Morty fans just screeching. Actually, it's a great show. I just only watched like 5 episodes.
ruined by female writers. Actually, it's a great show.
It's a great show.
It's a good show.
Spencer, I'm sorry, you
a
just don't
good
have the
show.
high intelligence that it takes to watch an episode of Rick and Morty.
Guys, it's a really high IQ show.
I'll just stick with my FLCL coming out in 2 new seasons. Thank you very much.
Was it like 5 more episodes total?
I think 6. Hey man,
Obviously 3 and 3.
any more
It's a great
more
show.
FLCL is enough for me, or is more for take 2.
Each season's
Any
an
more FLCL is good for me.
I was going to say both seasons are an episode long.
Is that true? No. Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. I got
It's a joke. The original season is what?
6 episodes,
Which,
and we watch it almost every New Year's Day.
yeah, literally. That was a New Year's tradition at BK's.
It was. Those were good times.
That and Mario Baseball.
Those were terrible times. I hate Mario
I
Baseball.
love Mario Baseball.
That's
I
right
haven't
next.
played
Wheel
that
of
game in-
Fortune.
That's like
I don't think I've played Mario Baseball since college.
it's like Mario
It's the
Tennis.
best game.
It sucks.
It's the best game.
Honestly, Wheel of Fortune was way better.
It's pretty great.
No,
I'll spin.
3 players. I'll spin.
Mario Baseball.
Because we all know that you don't want to use that 4th controller. So like, let's just stick it to 3.
It's amazing. It's a 3-player game.
But that's what the actual game is. It's 3 players.
Yeah, I know, but the actual game also has Regis, which I guess I just couldn't afford that part for the Nintendo
He just
64
doesn't do Wheel
version.
of Fortune.
Yes, he does.
No, he does.
Which-
Who wants to be a millionaire?
what? No, he does that Wheel of Fortune too. Who's the guy that hosts Wheel of Fortune then? It's Vanna White and Regis, isn't it?
No, it's Vanna White and that other dude. Honestly, I don't know because I hate Wheel
Oh my
of Fortune.
god. I
I'm
can't.
pretty sure it's Regis.
No, it's not. It's not
I can
Regis.
guarantee. I'll bet you.
Maybe
anything
you know,
it's not.
in my world, it's Regis, and that's. All
I
that
wish it
matters.
was because then I might actually watch it.
No, it's not Regis. It's somebody
honestly,
else. It's
if I'm
somebody else.
watching-
and the other guy, it was not Regis. The other guy who does Wheel of Fortune, he was on Rugrats. I remember that, and he looked really weird in it.
Like he
Oh,
made a
Stu
cameo.
Pickles.
There was an episode where
Pat Sajak.
That's Pat Sajak.
Oh,
There we go.
does Regis do Jeopardy?
no,
No,
Who the hell's
that's-
Regis?
Does Regis do Jeopardy? Are you?
He was
I'm
live
triggered
with
right
Kelly.
now. Are you fucking
He was
kidding me?
live with Regis and Kelly,
talk
and he
shit
also
about
does
Alex
Who
Trebek.
Wants to Be a Millionaire. Also, Alex Trebek to Jeopardy, you dumb
Alex
shit.
Trebek is the god of throwing shade, by the way.
Right, that
that's it.
compilation
Oh,
of
it's
like
the
him
best.
shitting on
That's
people.
half the reason why I watch Jeopardy. But then again, when Jeopardy is over, it's followed by Wheel. You know what I do? I change the fucking channel to watch Family Feud because fuck Wheel of Fortune.
Dude, Family
I'm all
Feud,
about Steve Harvey.
Family Feud with Steve Harvey.
Amazing.
Dude, I used to stay at Justin and Jess's like apartment before their townhouse now, and I would stay up till like 2 a.m. just to watch fucking. I
Late night
would
Steve
stay
Harvey.
up just to watch Steve Harvey.
Dude,
on
him
fucking
shitting on
Family
people for their
Feud.
dumb answers is literally half the show. The fact that he has so many reaction faces.
It was like,
that you can
say
use
another
as
word for
memes.
grandma. Nana. We already did that. Say another one. Nana. And he just looks at her.
Steve Harvey face.jpg.
But then, the other half of that show, the person's like, the answer's penis. And Steve's like, you can't say that on TV. And then the answer's penis. And he's just like,
Show me penis.
What? Show me penis.
Spencer's going
And
to
then I start cheering.
Spencer starts cheering.
You weren't there for that conversation. We talked about how I saw a blowjob at Warped Tour, and I started
No
cheering when
way,
I saw
really?
Dick come out. Yeah.
His exact words were, and then I saw Dick and I started cheering.
What other reaction would you have? Yeah.
I'm showing everyone like literally a drawing of Steve Harvey's reaction face
Yep.
when it's like, oh my god, it's actually there.
Yep.
Eyes wide open, mouth wide open.
With eyes wide open.
That's right.
A la Macaulay Culkin from.
You can't say that. Shows up.
You said that.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That's
Absolutely.
Family Feud.
You know what
And you
game
wanna know
show I really
something?
miss?
It's great.
What was it? MXC, Most Extreme Challenge?
Yes.
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Elimination Challenge.
The fact that they
Nip
dubbed
it.
Don't
over everything.
get eliminated.
It was so good.
It was it just disappeared out of nowhere. I don't get why.
It just disappeared. Well,
Do you think?
Spike
Do
had
you
it.
think that would be considered racist in today's political climate?
110%. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you kidding?
They could not do that show in 2018.
No way.
They would be kicked off instantly.
Dude, it aired at like midnight on its own channel because it realized if it was there
Well,
during
and then
like
it was on G4 back when G4 was going downhill. And they just kept playing Cheaters.
no, they
Speaking of
Cheaters
shows I
and
want back,
Cops.
Cheaters, Cops, and Great Ninja Shogun Warrior.
G4, did any of you guys watch Code Monkeys?
No.
On
Toad
G4?
Monkeys
Bits and
love me, oh.
pieces.
Amazing show.
Toad Monkeys like chips.
Wish
and
there was more than
Mountain
2
Dew.
seasons.
It's a
If anybody's
fantastic
listening,
show.
please bring it back.
No, my
I think
favorite
I
show
brought
that
one up.
G4 ever did was Cheaters because Joey Greco did
Terrible show.
did it for such a long time, and then he got fucking stabbed one episode, and he couldn't come back to do the show for like a season and a half because he got stabbed. He was on like a boat, and he's like, "You cheated on your girlfriend, Steven," and then the guy fucking stabs him, and like his bodyguards throw him off the boat, and you just see Joey Greco's face getting stabbed. He's like, it's so good.
I'm only laughing because he didn't die. But that's
I never saw this episode. When did
Oh
that
my
happen?
god! I'm gonna look it up.
We'll look
I'm
it
gonna
up
look it
later.
up. No, I'm gonna look it up right now. You have to. Joey Greco's face as he gets stabbed is the funniest fucking thing.
I can imagine we would
in
all
the
have an
world.
interesting stabbing face.
So then they got somebody else to host the show for like a season and a half because Joey Greco was recovering from getting stabbed.
God. I'm surprised nothing like that ever happened to.
well, I guess you could.
Who's the dude that did the pedophile show?
Oh, Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
Just
Daylight
have,
NBC.
just have a seat. Take a seat. I'm Chris
man.
Hansen. At least you
That
can,
was classic
At,
TV.
at
They
least
also
you
have
can.
like an entire police force outside waiting.
Why don't you take a seat over here?
At least you can say that Cheaters was a legitimate show, unless he got him, unless they like stabbed him just to try and drive home the story.
Boost the ratings. All right.
Boost the ratings.
Here's what's gonna happen. Okay, I can only imagine what that production
I
meeting
type
would
in
be like.
Cheaters J.
now
I
hear
type
me
in
out.
Cheaters JO, and the first thing is Joey Greco gets stabbed.
Thank you, Google autofill.
They're sitting there. All right, Joey. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be on a boat, and the next thing you know, the guy who's cheating on her gets stabbed, or he stabs you.
And he's just like, can we use like one of those toy
Could this be
knives
like a
that's
fake
spring
knife,
loaded?
like a Walking
and then
Dead kind of
yeah.
knife,
It's
or no. It's got to be
you're,
real. They
you're
have
a
to
shit
sequel.
actor, and we need it to be authentic. So you're gonna get stabbed. Do it for the likes.
All right, Brian's pulling up the video here. All right, so
Like that 240p quality.
She makes me happy, man. She's stressful right now.
I don't make you happy.
What are your
Doesn't make her happy.
nice puka shell necklace.
You're responsible for here. Because you can't dissociate yourself from the responsibility of this child. And that's what it looks like. That's what it looks
All
like.
right, I'm gonna fast forward
Where's
to
the
the
knife?
stabbing.
Where's
Yeah,
the
like
knife
where we're
coming
just-
from?
That's not
Wait,
a
the
The
noise.
guy's
stabbing.
clearly not wearing a shirt.
I'm assuming he's got like cargo shorts. All right, here we go. See
Here's
some,
stabbing. There's a
getting close to
person
some
in
stabbing
blue
action.
zooming in on her face. Check out those sunglasses. And they didn't do a very
Trying
good
to
job at
tackle him.
stabbing. Or no, I mean he did a great job at stabbing. They did a terrible job at
the camera.
filming it.
Like who's holding the camera? Muhammad Ali.
And they throw him off the boat.
Stop it! Stop the stabbings! Don't become a statistic.
They really throw him off the boat.
Don't be pokey.
Please show his face. It's the best part.
I mean, how stabbed is he really?
He's bleeding.
He's bleeding, so I'm guessing he is stabbed.
We need to get him out of here. Shit! God damn it,
What is wrong
Mitchell!
with you? You cheated on me and then you stab a guy? What the fuck, man?
You are not coming home.
He is not coming.
He's going to jail. No shit, he's not coming
No
home.
dessert for you today, mister.
Fucking stabs a guy.
Oh, they're not gonna show his face. It's the best part.
See, this is why you don't go on a boat with strangers, because of the implications.
It's the best fucking part. They show like Joey Greco after he gets stabbed, and he's just laying on the ground going,
We're literally laughing about a guy getting stabbed. I think we're all going to hell.
"Oh,
We're terrible human beings.
110% that shit was staged.
Hey man, a friend with the devil's a friend with mine.
There's no way that was staged. Come on.
I had to be staged.
Really? Hey, man, we're going to stab you. Okay.
I probably really did get stabbed. You can't see it in the video.
That's true. Yeah, the
You're
camera is
kind
shit.
of backpedaling on this, man. You were talking this up to be this great
Oh, no,
stabbing
'cause I'm-
video,
no, 'cause
and now
I'm
you're
saying-
like, well, wasn't that great? Are you
No,
one of those
no,
people
I
that like
was-
shows a video on YouTube and then you're like, no, it gets better. Hold on, just wait a
Did
little
you just
longer.
clickbait us?
No,
Holy
no,
crap!
No, he actually. No, he
just
actually.
clickbaited me.
Motherfucker, you
I
just
did not click
clickbaited.
it.
You
I did not.
absolutely
BuzzFeed
did.
motherfucker.
I did not click.
Joey
it.
Greco's on a boat until this happens.
I did not say that. I told you what happened.
You'll never guess what happens to Joey Greco on the boat.
Number 7 will make you want to fuck your dad.
It's just like a knife and a laughing, crying emoji.
Next up, 10 things that'll prove you from the 90s.
Oh man!
That's Joey Greco's face
Hello,
after he gets
live
stabbed.
studio attendee.
Hello.
What are you?
Corinne's
On
here.
her phone.
Hi.
Stealing her phone back from the table.
So
No cups.
We have no cups. What kind of party is this without cups?
Happy Disappointment Day.
Hey.
I
Yeah,
told
Steve,
you.
how's your surprise
I
party
told you
going?
the
Oh, this
ultimate
is great.
disappointment.
Yeah, you having
the
fun?
ultimate
Oh, hell
disappointment
yeah.
is that this day doesn't end with me.
Yeah, that's
killing
the
myself.
irony. Is the whole like we've been joking that no, it's not about you. The surprise is about me, and then we go to Princeton Record Exchange, and I find all the good albums.
Steve finds all the good albums. He's having a grand old
Got the
day.
Thriller for $6. Are you shitting me?
I-
Chuck Mangione for $1.
Yeah, I was-
$1
Dude.
would feel so good.
Nothing better than discount Mangione. Well, Steve, I'm glad you're. Was your birthday even recently?
Yeah, I'm the day before you. I'm the 7th. You're the 8th.
Oh, so you're not that. I'm the 6th.
6th. Oh, I had it flipped then. You're the 6th. I'm the 7th. I knew we were like back to back. I just didn't remember which was which.
We should
Hey,
have.
birthday buddies.
Yeah, we should have a joint birthday party. Except I was in Boston. Oops.
Maybe next year we can have a joint birthday party.
If we're not in Boston.
Legalize it.
Come on, Murphy. Bring those taxes to get pot, please.
And
Thank
other
you.
things.
And meth for Brian because he wants to legalize meth. We've established that since he's.
Oh, that's fine. All drugs should be legal.
Here-
If you're an
here
adult,
we-
you should be able to do with your body what you choose.
If grandma's retired, let her gack at us from Tweak. That's what we're saying.
Your body, your choice, man.
on.
Not your body, your choice. But when you take the drugs that make you do hurtful things to other people,
Then you get charged for violent crimes because you're committing the crimes. But until then, you're just
Let them do what they want.
you're charging them with a preemptive crime.
Oh,
they
this
haven't
is
done
the,
anything
this
yet.
is the best. I have
fucking
someone that's here
Minority
to
Report.
finally agree with me that all these things that I
you
said.
flat out told me you don't think meth should be legal.
I already meth probably shouldn't, but you know.
Well, now Steve puts it this way.
no,
I mean,
I fully-
I
rubbing
think
your
of it as
nipple.
this. Do you have ownership of your body? Yes or no?
you do.
You do. Then you should be able to do with your body as you
God
choose.
has ownership in my body.
I mean, half of these laws are so that you don't hurt yourself. But it's like, thanks, Dad.
No, I agree with you.
I don't need you. You're not even my real dad. Get out of here, Jeff. Assuming the stepdad's name is Jeff. Shout out to all those Jeff stepdads out there.
This one's for you. No, but like meth.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
No,
who
I
am I
get-
to say that you can't?
because it's like it's not even a drug that's built to feel good necessarily. It's a drug that's purposely made to be addictive the first time. Like it's meant to hook you in. It's not even like
fuel a black market.
Apparently, it's the best feeling you could ever have. I'm not saying do meth, by the way. I'm the one actually saying don't do meth.
Do meth.
But it's the best feeling you ever had, and you want to feel that.
But you'll never feel it again because it fucks up your dopamine and shit like that. I forget the technicality.
Yo, it's dope. It's dope. You know what I mean?
You guys should put out meth ads. It would be great.
I mean,
Meth,
I'm
just
not
once.
saying I don't really.
Hey man, you know
support
what?
meth
You know
use,
what's
but-
expensive? Dentists. What if you just didn't have your teeth? There you
Dentists
go.
make a
Why,
killing.
just do meth and
Dentists hate this trick.
and you can pay.
4 to 5 dentists agree. Do meth.
Do meth, you'll come back for more.
Dentists
More
hate
dental work, that is.
Dentists
And
hate the
you
single
can
mother after this one
You
weird
can
trick.
afford meth by giving out gummies at the trucker station. It all comes full circle. You know what? This is good.
Gummies.
Legalize meth.
It's
you
funny.
got me.
When you said gummies, I'm like, ooh, like gummy bears? But you're like, no, you're talking about blowjobs with no teeth.
I am. Maybe
I'm
we'll
not
see.
really interested in those. I want gummy bears. Meth-infused gummy bears.
Maybe
No,
on
I
the
don't want
side.
those.
Meth infused gummy.
Methy bears.
It's just like gummy bears with welts in the skin and everything.
Well, all I'm saying is, I don't say do meth, but I'm like, if you want to do meth, who am I to say no?
It's not something you should do because it'll ruin your body, but who am I to
your life.
fucking tell you no?
I don't own your body,
Yeah,
so
you
what?
can do
I'm not
whatever the
gonna
fuck you
tell
want.
you what you can do.
So should it be illegal to make meth?
Yeah, as long as you're not, hurting anybody. And
You
if
are
it's-
hurting
if it's
people.
Not, no,
You're giving them meth.
No, you're giving. See,
I'm not. I didn't
it's a
kill
supply.
him. I just gave him
it's
it. I
supply and
get it.
demand. If people want it and you supply it,
What about cigarettes?
that's basic economics.
Cigarettes
not?
are not nearly on the same tier as meth at all.
yeah, but they're hurting people.
Yeah.
You said
could live
you said it's hurting people. So why are
Okay,
cigarettes legal?
killing people at an epidemic level. Cigarettes, you at least can live it's
Do you know
potential
how
to
many
live a
people
life.
die from cigarettes every year? That could be considered an
Yeah,
epidemic.
but they're older. It's
Not
not,
always.
the same.
This
It's not
got
the
really
same as
political.
meth.
all
That's
of a
fine.
sudden.
No, that's fine. I don't mind having my opinions tested. I'm not settling with cigarettes are on the same tier as meth.
I'm not saying they're at the same tier,
Well, you're
but
comparing them like they
no,
are.
but by your logic, if it's hurting people, then you shouldn't be able to sell it.
No, I'm saying it's cigarettes. You can,
Brian's looking at Spencer like, I have you so trumped right now. Look, he's even doing the head tilt.
all you need to do is start talking with your eyes closed and kind of end things like this. You know, like you should be able to sell whatever you want.
You see how he's dodging it? He hasn't answered my question yet.
I'm not trying
Well,
to
here,
dodge
I'll
anything. This
answer-
is a happy-go-lucky fun podcast. I'm trying to bring the fun back into it. We're talking about people dying
back
of
the
meth and
funk.
cigarettes.
Well, I'll answer for him because I used to, be in that sense, like, shouldn't, do meth because you shouldn't
gotta
do
answer
meth.
for me.
But here's
you don't
the
have
thing:
to answer for me. I
When
don't-
when you're on
Thanks,
meth and you
Dad. Thanks,
commit,
Jeff.
see, I'm
When
governmenting
you're
you
on
right now.
meth,
I'm doing things for you.
Everything is more.
You don't got to be
fun.
my Jeff.
So
I don't need my stepdad.
If you're on
Jeff.
meth and you commit crimes, you should be charged for the crimes you commit, not because you're on meth. You know what I'm saying?
But they happen because you're on meth.
And then you go to jail. Like if you,
But those same crimes that people do, people also do when they're sober.
If you're drunk driving and you hit a guy, you should be charged with hitting a guy, because you hit a guy.
So
The alcohol made you do it.
Shouldn't be in the charge at all. Like DUI shouldn't be a thing.
Well, it can be. I'm just not opposed to I am opposed to DUI checkpoints. I think they're unconstitutional. It's because you're actively searching for a crime. Now, if they see you swerving and pull you over, that's one thing. But if you're stopping every single person
The only
to
thing
check
is,
them,
with
you're
the
searching
DUI,
for
you're
a crime.
risking hurting somebody else.
But it's for your safety.
Well, no, it's for people's safety around you at that point.
Yeah, and if you hit a guy, you get charged for hitting a guy.
All right. So
And then
what
you-
if you
if
hit
you-
a guy and kill a guy and you got?
Vehicular manslaughter.
But that means that these children, like, that's great. He's convicted, but these children now have to grow up without a father and a widowed wife, and that wouldn't happen if he was just put behind bars because he was caught drunk driving because of the checkpoint.
You're right. We should just ban alcohol altogether so that can never
That
happen.
is false equivalency to anything I'm saying. The checkpoint's there to prevent it from happening. You blow into a thing, you're sober, you go.
But then DUI still happen though.
Yes, they do. It's just less like that one person got caught before they hurt somebody. And they are intoxicated behind the wheel. They committed a crime. It's not Minority Report. It's not preemptive.
It's not Dateline NBC.
It's not,
Dateline. Caught somebody else drunk driving. Yet another one saved for the
well, no, Minority
for all
Report.
the glory of
Minority
America.
Report, that was the movie where they were like arresting people before they committed the crimes, right? That was Minority Report.
I've never even seen Minority Report.
You would love it. It's, if I suck at movies, so long as I'm talking about the correct movie and title, the plot of said movie is about a government implemented program where they run people's minds and see what crimes they're going to commit, and they arrest them before they commit the crime. And so it goes into
It's like psychoanalysis.
Sure.
I tripped over that.
Sure.
Psychoanalysis.
Psycho killer. Yeah. So
Spencer, you're correct, by the way.
it was Minority Report.
Yes.
ding, ding.
I know
police utilize
something.
a psychic technology to arrest and convict murderers.
True, the
before it
Wikipedia
happens.
description is probably way better than mine.
That does sound like a cool movie. I'd watch that.
Well,
It's with Tom Cruise.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm watching that. He's my favorite short guy.
I love Katie Holmes.
Shout out to Tom Cruise. Was he like 5'7"?
No, dude, he's like 5'2".
Really?
He's tiny.
Like, I know he's short, but dude, he's in a lot of good movies.
I heard he's like really short. I think he's like actually, I think he's like 5'4".
I didn't realize he was short until like recently too. So I'm out there watching Top Gun, like, yeah, this guy's a badass, and I'm like, he's
Short as fuck.
comes up to my waist, maybe.
Yeah, but they make him look normal.
Yeah, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm like making fun of short people here. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
short people are fine. Just Tom Cruise
impressive.
is a short loser.
We're pro short people.
loser.
Loser. You're a loser.
don't
He's
ca-
in
I don't
Mission
ca-
Impossible.
I don't care for Tom Cruise.
What if Tom Cruise listens to this?
Yeah, and he's gonna be like, that Brian Kelly's so mean to me.
That could actually probably be the best publicity stunt that we ever get.
You're welcome.
Get into a Twitter war with Tom
Just
Cruise.
to have a hatred of Tom
Podcast
Cruise.
advocates for legalizing meth and pisses off Tom Cruise.
No, actually, you know what? I should refrain from that. It's gonna get the Church of Scientology on me.
That's true.
What would that even do? What would they do? Just come over and pander to you? How you should.
Enough to drive Katie Holmes away.
Shots fired.
Oh, good old Church of Scientology.
That was a great South Park episode. Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
That reminds me. There used to be a TV show called Haters, where it was just like people who hated like a certain celebrity, and they would like make them hang out with them for a while. It was like the dumbest thing. I remember there was two of them that were on the show. I don't think it lasted that long. I probably got like 2 or 3 episodes out of it. But there was one where it was like, these people hate this person, and it was like a girl. She's like, I hate Kim Kardashian. She's a slut. And then like Kim Kardashian's watching the video. She's like, I'm gonna change her mind. And it's like, look at all the shit I have other people do for me. I do it. I'm great.
The moral of the story is you should worry what other people think of you.
Another thing was like, I hate Snooki, and she's like,
This sounds like a crap tier show.
Have you ever found people that like
I only saw a
Snooki?
commercial of it. I'm sure it was terrible, but like that was the premise.
Speaking
This
of
is
crap
like right
TV,
next to TMZ.
did any of you guys watch Yo Mama on MTV?
I
like 10 years ago?
watched
Why are we
Yo
talking about
Mama.
these shows?
I watched the
Well,
first
what's Yo
2
Mama?
seasons. I
Before
didn't watch
Let
the
me not
third.
prejudge this.
Literally, okay, Yo Mama.
you never heard
Imagine.
of Yo Mama?
Okay, have you seen 8
I
Mile?
have heard of my mother, yes.
Spencer, have you seen 8 Mile?
That was too easy. I was not allowed to see it as a kid.
So you've never even seen it as an adult? All right, you
Dude,
suck. So
Yo
anyway,
Mama
imagine-
was
My mom
so-
still said I can't see it, okay?
So I was going to say,
Yo
Yo
Mama
Mama
was
is
so
like,
big.
imagine a rap battle, but instead of rapping, they just tell Yo Mama jokes back and forth until someone just can't come back.
Can I
And
just
they
say
win cash
I
money.
would
Can I
be
just say something
no,
I'm
you
ashamed
can't.
of? Can I
I
say
would be
something I'm
so
ashamed
bad
of?
at that show. I'd be like, your mama is a nice lady.
Can I just say something I'm ashamed of?
Yes.
In that show, there was a thing where it's like, if you text this number, they'll send you a text every day of Yo Mama jokes.
You signed up.
I was subscribed to
you
it
have
for
to pay
like
for that?
6 months. When I was in like 8th grade, I got Yo Mama jokes sent
Did
to
you whip
me.
those jokes out every day in your social circle?
Oh,
Mama was
dude.
so fat, she
here's the
got
thing,
her
guys.
own
I
bit.
got
a good one here.
Here's the thing. I got them, but I never did
Yo, mama's
anything
so
with
fat
it.
when she goes down to the docks, the whales start singing, "We are family." Isn't that funny, guys?
Your mama's so fat, she's like Verizon. She brings the network with her. My friend's older brother was actually on that show.
Really?
The son never
That was
sits
one
on
of the
your
jokes
mama's
he said.
ass.
Did he win $10,000 cash money?
No, he made it to like the final round when they go search for people in like inner cities. He was in the final 2, and then he lost there.
What, to
So
tell
he
Yo
sucks.
Mama jokes? Yeah. Why did
What
they
they
go
would
to,
do, it's
why
like
did
they would go to cities and they'd be
Why
like,
did they go to inner cities?
The best is like they go to cities and like they're like, and now Wilmer Valderrama's friend is in this city to find people. So you'd be standing there like a street corner like this, and then people start like walking over, and then he's like, I'm looking for the best people to tell Yo Mama jokes, and then they go to like the 5 people. It's like, yo, what's up? I'm Vinny. I'm from H-side. You know, I'm gonna bust all these losers with my Yo Mama jokes, and it's like, yo, what's up, I'm Cindy. I'm
Kind of
gonna
sound
tell
like Macho
people.
Man Randy Savage.
I'm gonna get him with my new mama jokes. And I'm gonna meet him down at this week's SummerSlam.
Dude, imagine a WWE when instead of fighting, they just tell your mama jokes. Vince McMahon, if you're listening, let's do it.
Why must you
Fuck
say
the
the words that
XFL.
hurt?
Fuck the XFL. Bring back W.
This is your mama.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Doing good.
He's looking up your mom jokes so he can come back because he hasn't said a damn thing.
We're gonna get to we're gonna be like a future episode of this. We're never gonna have this yo mama conversation ever again. Bob's gonna come out randomly.
Hey guys,
Your mama's
mama's
so fat. It's gonna make Bob.
When she puts on a yellow rain slicker, people try to get on her like the school bus.
Your mama's so dumb. She looked at her phone, sprint, and ran.
That's kind of funny.
Your mama's so dumb, she stared at an orange juice carton because it said concentrate.
So stupid. I love it.
These belong on popsicle sticks.
It was. Oh, I remember there was one guy. The guy who won was like the whitest dude possible. And it was so great was that like they had like the finals where they brought like the best of the best of like everyone, and it was like the people they beat got to come back as judges.
Right.
And they would tell jokes, and they were like, all right guys, remember when they used to go to their houses and they'd like look through their houses and shit and make fun of them through there, and they're like, all right guys, the topic
roasting
this time,
their room.
They're like, all right, the topic of the Yo Mama jokes, hygiene. And it'd be like, just like they would have to make jokes about hygiene. It's like, all right, next Yo Mama jokes, stupidity. And yeah, I had to make jokes about that. It was the most structured, stupidest shit in the world.
You seem to love it, though.
Oh, dude, I was obsessed as a kid.
I dabbled. I watched a few episodes.
I watched the first 2 seasons like all the way through, and then went to season 3, went to Atlanta, and I never watched another episode. And I was like, all right.
I think they should bring it back. It's been like 10 years. Reboot
I don't
it.
think Yo Mama jokes are really that relevant
Yeah, they're really not
anymore.
relevant, and they're kind of just over.
Now it's like, hey, that's not nice, man.
So what's the new Yo Mama joke?
You can't make jokes anymore.
Memes.
It's 2018.
when you walking?
I guess really it's just memes. Memes have taken over
Sure,
everything.
Like, all jokes are banned at this point.
Shit posting.
Well, everyone gets so damn offended.
Yeah.
The offend apocalypse, I know. It.
What do you think this is? 2005?
You can't make jokes
Can't make
anymore.
jokes on the internet.
How dare you?
I really think that we should start teaching in schools instead of reasons why not to bully. Like
Teach Yo
how
Mama
to-
jokes.
No, how to handle criticism. How to handle.
How to handle clapback. Or how to
and-
give clapback.
I mean,
Or
if it-
start a Yo Mama class, so when someone makes fun of you, be like, you know what? Yo Mama's so
the Yo Mama Club. I would go to that after school. I'd be the
Here we
advisor.
go.
Sign me up.
Brian Kelly, 2020, legalize meth
Yo
and
Mama.
teach Yo Mama jokes in school.
Got my vote.
Now we're gonna have to privatize all these schools, though, right?
Oh, we talking voucher programs here?
privatize everything.
I'm on board for that.
What did I just open up? What the hell's a voucher program?
So it's basically school
Buy
choice.
one, get school free.
So that if
like,
you don't want to go to the shitty public school, instead of your tax dollars going to that, you get those tax dollars in the form of a voucher, and you can choose what school your kids go to.
so it would drain all the funding to the public schools.
No, it would make schools compete for your money. It's an economic model of going to school. So basically, the schools compete for your students to go there, so they're trying to be the best, rather than saying you live in this
actually-
district, so you got to go here.
Next
Suck
time the
my balls.
attendee comes down, I'd be curious of her professional.
Well, considering I live with a teacher, I've been dating a teacher for 4 years. I know she hates this idea, but I'm for the free market idea, which is voucher programs, school choice. I'm probably going to run with Brian Kelly on his presidential ticket.
Steve's gonna be my VP.
Kelly Walters, 2020. That's a nice ring to it.
And our tagline would just be "Yo Mama."
Yo Mama, 2020.
Instead of the picture of me and Steve, I just want a picture of Wilmer Valderrama from like 2006.
Can it be like a picture of a methed out mom?
No, we got to do the photo shoot like on the album upstairs where we're sitting at the end of a rainbow. I already forgot the dude's name.
It was Randy and the Rainbows.
Randy and the Rainbows.
There you go.
Steve, can
you
we wear
like
turtlenecks?
Oh, we said the thing together.
We'll wear turtlenecks, and then like I'm sitting behind you and we're hugging each other.
So you're just Simon
We're like
and Garfunkel.
not even looking at the camera.
so you're Simon and Garfunkel or Bob Dylan or the Apple guy with Steve Jobs. I forgot.
Steve Jobs, yeah.
I forgot his name
Rest
for a
in peace.
second.
Or a lot of like 60s and 70s, like
Porn stars, yeah.
yeah.
Can we grow porn star mustaches?
I used to have one. Most people call it a pedo stash, but I called it a porn stash.
Well, I really can't grow
See, because you
facial
weren't
hair.
cool
I
enough
suck.
for it to be a porn stash. It was a pedo stash.
I
You're a
am
fucking
damn
creeper.
cool enough.
Now you're a creeper.
Hey,
And a Nazi.
ladies, smiles.
Yes.
They only called it a pedo stash because you walked around with a trench coat in schools.
And no pants.
See, this is
Which is
why
kinda
we
weird.
need. This is why we need to teach people not to judge, man. That wasn't fair.
See, Spencer would walk into the school with a trench coat, no pants, and people would still call him a Nazi.
I don't know how to interpret that statement. Like,
They look at the hair
oh come on! Just because I have Richard Spencer's hair,
and his name.
and he's
And he's a good-looking man, may I tell you.
he says he's not a Nazi. He just
That
calls.
guy.
He just calls for a white ethno state.
Yeah, he's not
That's
racist.
it.
He's just,
No.
saying abolish people that don't look like me. That's not racist.
He never said
I'm
anybody
just
else.
saying that there's a master race.
I'm about to
and
say he
then
never
there
said
isn't.
any other race was bad. He just said the white ones are more
How is it
superior.
racist when I'm right?
Oh God! And no, for the record, Jesus Christ, because I know some people could be like, "Ha, he's a racist." Ha,
got him.
I don't
Nailed it.
actually like Richard Spencer.
I don't really advocate for violence, but in his case, I'm just going to look the other way and be like, you
Oh,
know
sure.
what? Do
Here's the
whatever.
thing. Here's the thing. I will always say you can't punch people on their opinions. But if somebody when that guy who punched Richard Spencer in the face, I'm not gonna defend him to the fullest extent.
It was like, oh, my battery died on my phone. Ooh, can't call the. Oh, I didn't see the officer that's right there, and he didn't see what happened either. Ooh, it's like if the entire public hates you, maybe nothing's gonna happen if bad things happen to you.
I'm all about the non-aggression principle, but
too.
just like,
I have this very unpopular opinion, apparently, that you can't punch people for their ideas, no
I mean,
matter how heinous they are. Unless they are physically assaulting you, you can't punch them. However,
you
if
can't punch
certain
someone for
people
speech,
get
but-
punched, I
could happen to look the other way.
Right.
some people
if
have
someone
it
doesn't-
coming. I'm not saying
if
that.
someone-
My phone was looking that direction, but I
If
was
someone
looking
has
the
a
other
call
way.
to action to murder a set group of people on a baseless charge,
He never said. In fact, okay, so I actually. Here we go. I listened.
I
here we
was
go.
at the rally. Thank you.
No,
Actually,
no,
Spencer's hot takes.
I listened to a Richard Spencer speech. I was very.
I'm
And
so
I clapped
sorry.
the whole
we go.
time.
Here we fucking go. Here we go.
I was
Yeah.
inspired.
And I woke up with a little mustache under my nose.
I'm a good German citizen.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
I actually got called that the other day because I wasn't going and saying, "Oh, just because something happened."
Also,
that
the
means they're
Germans
racist."
harbor a lot of guilt over that. Like the
Oh,
Germans
no.
didn't
Oh,
do
no,
it. The
trust
Nazis
me.
and the Germans aren't the same thing.
Trust
Nazis
me, I'm
happen
aware.
to be German.
I'm aware. I was referencing Steve's thing from
Yeah.
yesterday.
I just PC'd your jokes there. Oh God, 2018's taking over.
Well, what happened, Steve?
Okay, so long story
Guess we
short,
don't wanna hear
there
about
was
Richard Spencer.
there was the thing that happened
no
at
one likes to hear
Yale
about Richard
where a black girl fell asleep and a white girl called the cops because she was falling asleep, and it was in New Haven, and they made it a thing about race, saying that she only called the cops because she was a black girl, and at no point in the call was it like, "Oh, there's a black girl, get her away."
Got one of those.
But people were like, "It's racism," and then all I did was point out, like, it could be, but I'm not going to go and say it is because there's nothing that shows that it is. And then basically the guy said, "You're a fascist, you're a Nazi, how dare you, you enabler." And I'm like, "What?"
the term
like, dude,
Nazi has been watered down.
I'm like, "Dude, I'm libertarian. I'm like for maximum civil liberties here. You're calling me a fascist?"
That's
and
the
then he
thing.
called me a good German citizen. I'm like, "All
You're
right."
just a fascist for not agreeing.
Well,
because they don't
see,
know the actual.
the term like
Our
10
views differ, therefore you're wrong and a fascist.
10
My
years
feelings
ago-
are facts.
They're so tolerant that actually no, the guy said that like people like me needed to be exterminated in so few words. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're the tolerant one."
Well, no, I just 10 years ago, if someone called me racist or Nazi, it would have actually carried weight. But nowadays, it's just like hearing the word "the." It's just common language at this point. It's been watered down to the point that you're a Nazi. I just own it. I'm like, fine. I'm a blonde Volkswagen lover. Just go for it. I don't care anymore.
How dare you? How dare you in a
I get it all the
Volkswagen?
time. I get it all the time.
You Nazi.
I just love it. The guy was like, you're
Volkswagen
good.
did nothing wrong. That one I'll stand behind.
Well, they had the emission thing.
Yeah, seriously, they cheated on their
In
emissions a few years
terms
ago.
of the whole World War II thing, they did nothing wrong.
They had an emissions problem and lied to it and poisoned a lot of people. They did nothing wrong. In World War II, they didn't. Yeah, we're talking about 2018. World War II, they didn't.
Back in the day.
I told you guys about the
They
time I got
actually-
called a Nazi, right?
Yes.
Volkswagen
Yes, you did.
helped pull Germany out of their depression post World War II because they needed commerce and they're making cars. So
Bob,
there it is.
I've actually never heard
We'll make a new
your
Mountain,
Nazi
we'll make a
story.
new Mountain Dew flavor. Volkswagen did nothing wrong.
Yeah, Bob, please, can you give me the TLDR version?
So, long story short, a little old lady called me a Nazi because my music was too loud, and she kept saying, "Well, just because you're doing your job doesn't mean you're doing it right.
Yeah,
or
you
doesn't mean
Nazi.
you're doing the right thing. You know about World War II. Just because they were doing their job doesn't mean they're right."
Oh, it's like the whole like SS guards were just they're following orders.
I was
really?
just following orders.
You're playing music too loud,
know
you Nazi.
Oh yeah. So she called me a Nazi.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, so I'm going to call you something, and you can't say
I would have
that
blasted
I'm
the
wrong.
German national anthem or something.
I wanted to play like Wagner or something like that.
That would have been classy.
Haas.
Yeah, just play Haas.
Yeah,
Haas. She turns around, no one's looking. You just get like the chorus comes on. No.
All right, I'll see you later.
Oh yeah, bathroom is over that way.
You walk up to whisper in her ear, Hail Hydra.
Right around the
Hail
corner.
I know
Hydra.
you people can't see this, but you can imagine the hand gesture we're doing to point in directions in terms of Nazis.
Is it bad that
There
I
you
actually
go.
wish that was canon historically, that Hydra was a subsection of the Nazi thing? Like, when I first saw Captain America, I was like, you know what? That would be really a cool twist on World War II. There's a secret thing called Hydra. But no, it was made up. Thanks, Stanley.
Yeah, it turns out they make stuff up for movies. It sucks,
Oh
right?
man.
Oh, the movie,
Jerks.
the movie,
Speaking of-
the movie about
That
injecting
means
a man
Dumbledore
with.
didn't actually die.
Oh man, the movie about injecting a man with super steroids to make him into a superhuman.
I was going to say,
didn't
speaking
exist.
of Marvel, it's the second week of May, and I haven't seen Infinity War, and I still haven't had it spoiled yet. So
I haven't seen
I
it
consider it a minor miracle.
I think
I'm on the
I
internet every
think
day.
The only
I've
thing
never
I know
seen
is
it.
that somebody fades away
Yes,
and says,
that's all I know
don't
too.
feel
Because that
so
meme
good.
is everywhere. The fading away.
Well, I mean, do you want me to tell you what I think?
I don't. If
it
you
is
spoil
based-
it, I'm going to punch you.
I've never
like
saw-
Richard Spencer.
Just
your
because
name's
my name is Spencer.
Your name's Spencer, and I get to punch you.
I don't like these rules, and I'm not voting for
I
you
don't
in
advocate
2020.
violence except people that spoil shit. You deserve
Except
to be
for people
punched.
that named
Okay.
Spencer.
Except for people with spoilers. Your car looks like crap.
I do like those. It's like,
Look at
oh,
you making
Star
a
Wars
car joke.
spoiler, and then it's like just a spoiler with Star Wars on it.
Right?
Classic.
No, I'm saying I was like, do you want me to tell you what I think? I've never seen the movie either, but I can tell you what I think the plot is based off of all the memes I've seen shared and whatnot.
Thanos gets all the Infinity Stones. He comes to wipe everybody out, and then the Avengers are like, "No, you."
Yeah, that's actually what I thought.
And apparently half of something goes away.
Yes, I did.
people
Are
become
we
digitals.
marking this as spoilers?
No, because
or-
we're not.
because we're not. I haven't seen it.
Neither have I. And if you spoil it, I will punch you in the face.
I was gonna say I
There was-
just saw it last night.
There was a meme of his face on like the Drake like no and then yes. There was one where it said Halo 4 and then Halo 2. I thought that was pretty funny.
Halo 2.
That I don't get.
Goat Halo.
Because it's half. He does.
Oh!
He does something about half.
Oh, so
That's
they
actually
don't-
deep.
Okay, so we learned something. They don't vaporize all the way.
So half of something goes
Way
away.
to spoil it.
You mother. Oh. I'm gonna punch
no.
you
We're
in the
gonna
face.
punch him. We're gonna punch him.
People from Infinity War died, as everyone has been saying since. this
There are
movie has come out.
characters that die, and there are characters that do not die.
Yeah.
If I find out who's on
There
which
are
side,
characters in the movie. It's
I
spoiled.
know.
I mean,
Spoiled.
Everything's
actually,
spoiled.
if anything, the Infinity War comic has been out for a long ass time. Which
And
is what
also,
it was based
Thanos
off.
is played by Rick Harrison from
Nobody
Pawn
reads.
Stars.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why Thanos looks weird. He doesn't
he
have
looks
like
weird.
the helmet.
Yeah, speaking of Thanos memes, before the movie came out, you know the German, the Vetus guy, where he does like the tongue
Your
song?
Vetus.
It's like, oh, that song? It was just Thanos. Is it Thanos or Thanos?
I call him Thanos.
Thanos.
All right, it's Thanos. It was just
Or
him doing
Thanos.
that, like, and they dubbed it, and then they actually did the tongue roll. It was great. It was great. Look it up, everybody.
All right. Why don't we do final thoughts?
Already?
So, yeah, let's do final thoughts.
Now, was it Thanos with a TH or Vanos with a V?
TH.
Oh, so it's not the same thing as BMW's variable valve timing. Okay, never mind.
All right.
That would be
Final
Vanos.
thoughts. So what did we learn today?
I learned to never get political on this podcast ever again.
I learned that it's great to have Steve here to help further my agenda here. He helps my manifesto.
Wow.
Steve Bryan.
Wow. No, I'm gonna disassociate myself from that guy.
I was like, all right, what word can I use?
Steve
here?
Bryan
okay, Marks.
manifesto.
Is a street light involved?
I was like, all right, what can I do to push this to make it sound even worse? And I was like, manifesto.
Because you're staring at a thing that says Streetlight Manifesto.
Yeah, we were at the concert before, and apparently the main guy who was on stage was named as Dan P, but I called him Dave, and they started laughing at me, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I love Dave. And the band afterwards, Stop Side Agenda.
My final thoughts: no matter what I do in life, there will always be some sort of joke or association to me in the Nazi Party. So,
Nazi.
it's just a final
Did
thought.
not
It's just
see
one of
that
those-
coming.
Not see that coming. Auschwitz. All right, goodbye, everyone.
I would say a joke saying like, "Did not see that coming." Auschwitz. No, you didn't.
And frankly, I did not see that coming.
Oh, that's a good
That
one.
was good.
The only one who did was her dad.
Although I try and keep it to Nazi jokes, because that one's technically a Jew joke. I try and keep it to Nazi jokes, because if people get offended, I'll be like, yeah, okay, fine. We shouldn't make fun of the Nazis. Good idea. That's personally how I go. But either way, I
Actually, Steve, your final thought?
My final thought is, if there's one thing the world needs more of, it's yo mama jokes.
and meth.
We're good on the meth, but yo mama jokes, let's bring them back. It's time.
What's worth, meth or your mama jokes? Leave a comment down below.
And good night, everybody. But before we do leave, though, a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook at Shibby Shack Official.
Check out, I keep forgetting to say this, check out DJ Quads on SoundCloud.
Yes.
He does awesome music.
He's the guy who's making who made all of our intro and outro music.
Absolutely. And I use everything for my YouTube channel that I haven't really started yet, so I won't plug it.
Yeah. Check
Amateur
him out.
everything with a 3.
As a listener to the podcast, yes, guys, I have actually listened to your podcast. Your
Oh,
music
yay.
is awesome. So yeah, definitely check that SoundCloud out.
Yeah, check
Indeed.
him out. Follow us on Instagram at Shibby Shack Official. You can follow our own personal pages there as well. I'm not going to be a whore and whore myself out like that.
I'll whore myself out.
Our
Shameless plug.
Our links.
Anybody want to
Yeah.
dance?
All of our Instagram links are all up in there. Facebook again, Instagram. Check us out online at shibbyshack.podbean.com
I think so.
Just Google Podbean and Shibby Shack.
or shootintheshibby.pod.
Check us out on iTunes.
Shibby Shack. Yeah, follow us on iTunes. Give us a review. Let us know what you think. Let us know what
Like
needs
us
to be
on MySpace.
fixed or changed or anything like that.
Friend me on Friendster.
Yes.
Blow the dust
Guys,
off
check
your
out my
mic.
Zanga.
It's all
Somebody's
about
gotta dig it up.
It's all about my yearbook.
All right.
Yeah, I'd make an AIM joke, but that's dead.
It's Brian's birthday. I'm going to go play drinks beer. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for having me, guys.